All right, with great honor today to introduce not only an incredible artist with BBR BMG, absolutely phenomenal guy, but has become a pretty good friend of mine over the past year. Drew Baldridge, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Good to see you again. I feel like we connect at least every few months or so,
We
right?
do, buddy. We do. Thanks for having me.
I love it, man. I love it. So, the last time I talked to you, you didn't have a number one hit, right? So, the last time we actually did one of these things, daughter was climbing up TikTok, and it was starting to climb the charts a little bit. But remember, I told you, I said that's gonna be a number one song, and you're like, oh, man, I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so, man. And now it's crazy to think we're on the second song and trying to figure it out and try to get it up the chart. And it's been such a blessing, for daughter to go number one. It's been life changing. We've been out, allowed us to go out on tour with Cody Johnson the last couple
Right.
months. And now we're gearing up to hit the road with Bailey Zimmerman all summer and figuring out what we're going to do in the fall. But it just feels like a real blessing, man, to be able to think, hey, we got our first number one, and we got honored the other night at the CMA Triple Play
Mhm.
Awards. They honored everybody for their first number one, and now here we are knocking on top 10's door with our second single and praying and hoping that we can get another shot at that. It feels like a real blessing, a real dream, and I love both of these songs have a message that really
They do.
say something, and that's what I'm really trying to get in my music is messages that are powerful, messages that are big. And I hope that people, when they hear my music, they see that.
I love it, man. I love it. And Tough People. Ooh, man, that is such a powerful song. Such a
Oh
powerful song.
man. Well, thank you. And this is a song, I wrote when I was going through a hard time of wanting to quit and wanting to, um, you know, give up on music and give up on trying to start my own record label. And this song became my fight song. The hook says hard work pays off, good beats evil, tough times make tough people. Just keep on going. And
Yeah.
it became my motto and my little label at that time. I was an independent artist and I hired my own staff. It became our motto. Hey, just don't give up, keep pushing, keep fighting. And so this song has been so special. It's been so amazing to watch this song reach and touch so many people's lives over the last couple months since it's come out. The amount of messages that I received, the amount of people that talk to me in meet and greets about how special this song is.
Mhm.
It makes me realize my why on why I make music.
What's the most heartfelt, if you can even remember, what's the most heartfelt one that you've heard from any of the listeners? Maybe they've messaged you, maybe they've called you. I don't know. Did it on social media or whatever. But I know that song hits home for a ton, and I mean a ton of people. And
Yeah.
so what one would you say stands out? And you're like, man, this one here just
Yeah, we
pulled
had,
the
we
heartstrings.
started a campaign a couple months ago called the Tough People Fund.
Mhm.
And we picked out this little girl named Baker, who's actually from North Carolina. And
Oh, cool.
I received a message from a doctor, and it was an email. I received an email, and it just said, "Hey, this little girl plays your song every day while she's fighting cancer and chemo, and she's just singing every word. She was 4 years old when they got the news. It was in her little lungs. It was stage two." Um,
Mm.
and dude, I watched that video and just cried my eyes out. And
Dude, you're about to make me cry.
I
Seriously.
realized,
Mm.
hey, this family needs some help. Their mom had to quit her job, and so I rallied around, and we've now raised over $9,000 for this family.
Well,
And
that's awesome.
we're about to announce our second family. Another family reached out with another child fighting cancer, and it's really that was the one that really got to me, knowing that our music is really hitting home with this little girl because it
Mm.
says she never gave up. She rang that bell in Memphis, and
Oh,
this little girl is fighting. She's a fighter, and tough times make tough people, and that's what she's saying. I'm tough people. I'm tough people,
oh,
and that's right. You are, baby. You are. And so that is one that, man, that really got me.
mm. Yeah, I mean, you're sitting here just telling me the story, and I'm tearing up. I'm like, man, this is just. I knew it was going to be a powerful song. First time I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, he's got another number one hit right here. Here it comes.
But we
Right, second one,
your
baby.
from your mouth to God's ears. We hope it's a number one. We pray and hope that it gets there. And right now, I know it's been a long road on country radio, and we're trying to get it to number one. And we just pray and hope that it happens. That'd
Well,
be a
here's the
blessing.
thing. Here's the thing, brother. You're doing the Lord's work. right?
No,
At
well,
least in my opinion, you're doing the Lord's work. And anytime you do his work, he blesses it. Plain and simple. I don't care what anybody says.
there you
I've
go.
watched it happen way too many times, even with this radio station. I mean, people told me this will never work. It's a digital radio station. It'll never work. It'll never work. It'll never work. You know, I look at what we're doing. You know what I mean? But it's right. You're right. You got to just keep on and keep on and keep on. And that's the message for these kids out there that are going through cancer, that are going through whatever it may be that they're facing, right? Bullying, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah, and I think too, like this song is more than just, somebody fighting cancer. It's whatever you're struggling with in life, whatever
Mhm.
your fight is, just know that you can get through it. And most of the time when you do get through it, you become stronger, you become more
Mhm.
callous. And that's something that I've really learned, losing a record deal, being in Nashville for 13 years, losing everything and not knowing if I could ever come back from that. But when I did, I came back stronger because I knew and felt all the hurt, and I felt when I lost something, I learned from that and I got stronger and I got smarter, and I think that's every way of life. When you fail, there's only one thing to do, and that's learn from failure. Or when you're hurt, you become stronger in that moment and more resilient, and you can come out on the other side of it. And I think that's what this song really talks about.
Amen. Amen. I love it, dude. CRS New Faces 2025. You did that, right? You got that?
We did, man. And that's a blessing, to think this, country music, country radio recognized me as a new face of 2025 is absolutely insane. What a blessing. What a miracle that is. I've been going to that for 13 years and hoping to be on that show, and being able to do that last year was amazing. And with a great group, me, Ashley Cook, Zach Top, Warren Ziders, Dasha. I mean, a bunch of great, there's 5 of us, all great artists, that I got to play with and share the stage with, and feel like, hey, I feel part of this country music family.
Yeah. Well, me and Charlotte were right there cheering you on, brother. So
Well, I appreciate that.
we were sitting right there watching the whole thing. So it was incredible. That's for sure. Man. So let's go back to Daughter for just a second. Daughter, gold,
Yeah, man, crazy.
gold.
Now they're talking, hey, maybe one day it'll reach platinum status. Like that's our next goal. And when you start thinking gold, it's like, man, that's 500,000 sales, and the next would be 1 million, which is crazy to think about, that you've touched that many people's hearts and souls. And it's this is a song that's changed my life. My wife, I was just telling you right before we jumped on here, why I'm in my truck is because this is my first day off in a very long time, and
Right.
we're getting to eat lunch together, and this song's for her. She's the
I love it.
reason why this song exists, and she's the reason why I'm even here and interviewing with you, is because of this song. And to know that 500,000 other people have really, really been resonated with this song. It's just it's something I remember being 16 years old, dreaming about, is hoping that our songs made impact, and to know this one did is really, really special.
Dude, you're definitely making an impact. So man, what was it like to be on the road with Kojo? That's got to be amazing.
Oh, it was great, man. Yeah, and I feel like our audiences are very similar. It was, if I could have wrote down a dream tour to be on, it would have been Cody Johnson, because he represents what I represent, and I feel like we're very similar in what our music states and what our music does. And it was the perfect fit for us. We got to go out and play for 15 to 18,000 people a night, and really, so kind of him to trust me to be in front of his crowd, and to really build and take some of his fans that could now enjoy my music too. And that was wild. It was my first ever arena tour, so being able to play Bridgestone and some arenas close to my hometown that I grew up going to and watching concerts, it's a real blessing.
Yeah, just a crazy moment in life, I'm sure. So before we get into some rapid fire, because I want to end it on some rapid fire, all right? So before we get into that, because we got to get something positive and funny and all that stuff going on, because otherwise I'm about to cry, dude. But no, it's awesome. I mean, I love what you're doing for sure. So 2025, what can fans expect coming out in 2025? What can they expect going forward with you? Obviously, we got Tough People knocking on the door, top 10, right? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I think, I've been in the studio the last 2 weeks and we've recorded 12 songs, which is crazy to think
Sweet.
about. We just recorded lots of music. And so hopefully this summer you're going to hear some new music from us. And hopefully by the start of 2026, a new album. I mean, that would be our goal, to have
Awesome.
a full album out. And so we've just been recording really hard, singing vocals, getting everything right. Obviously, lots of tour dates. We're out on the road with Bailey. This fall. There's other talks and stuff we haven't announced yet, but maybe going out with some other artists this fall. We're actually hitting the road with Cody Johnson again in September,
Nice.
and so just lots of new music. I mean, that's my real goal this year. Is 2025 is the year of music for me. I'm ready to get more music out. If that's one song, if that's 5 songs leading up to a project at the start of next year, at the end of this year. But I really probably think a record will probably be at the start of 2026. But we
Mhm.
have lots of new music coming that I'm excited about. Be ready for shows. You can get all the tickets at drewbaldridgemusic.com. We're doing our first ever VIP meet and greet, which is really fun. You can see all that on my website also. But get ready. It's gonna be a rocking year. We hope that if we can get Tough People to ring a bell, hopefully we'll have a new single out to country radio this year too.
Dude, I'm loving it. And when you and Kojo come to North Carolina, I got to get back there and hang out with you a little bit, man. We got to make
Come
it
on,
happen,
brother.
brother.
Come on.
We got to make it happen.
Let's
All
go.
right,
Let's go.
so rapid fire, real quick. All right, what's your walk up song when you're entering a
Let's do it.
wrestling ring?
Oh man, I don't know.
Stumped you, huh?
Probably Eminem. What is that? You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. There we go.
Look at it. He's a rapper too. I love it. I freaking love it.
I
Worst
love it.
job you ever had before music?
Oh gosh, my worst job ever. Probably slinging bales in the summer. I mean, I was the
Mm,
hottest, worst job. I mean, it was for my grandpa. So you're not getting paid. You're just out there working for lunch and your love. So I mean, that was a rough job. So slinging square bales is not
totally
fun.
understand. I totally understand. So, country music bro crush, who would it be?
Oh man. Do you mean like just somebody I really look up to, or just somebody
Yep.
that's a homie? That's somebody that's like a good friend.
Either or, bro.
Yeah. So I think somebody I just absolutely love music wise, Eric Church. I just
Mhm.
really think his music is special and awesome and what he does. And then like somebody that's just a buddy that I really respect them so much. My first tour ever was Granger Smith,
Oh,
and
love that dude.
that's a guy that I really, really looked up to him. And obviously what he's been through and what he's doing now with his life is really special, also. So that's somebody I guess I could say I have a bro crush on because I just really respect him that much.
Love it. Love it. Last time you were completely embarrassed yourself, what was that like?
Oh goodness, I don't even
Or is this more
remember.
of a wife question here?
Yeah, 100%, 100% a wife question because I embarrass myself in front of her every day. It just doesn't embarrass me, but she makes fun of me all the time. Um, Let me think. I don't know, man. I can't remember the last time I really fully on embarrassed myself. I'm sure there was some time on stage where I got real close. I know there was a time I about fell on stage, and
Oh,
that would have been real embarrassing. I haven't done that yet. Knock on wood. Wherever I don't have any wood in this truck, but
you better
knock
find
on
some
some
wood,
wood,
brother.
man. That I don't want that to happen.
I'm sure. I'm sure. All right, final one. Finish the sentence. People wouldn't believe, but I once blank.
I once was in tumbling. I used to do tumble lessons when I was younger, backflips, front flips, trampoline, double mini,
Seriously.
travel team, all that. Crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
I did not
that was
know
like
that. I
grade
would have
school.
never believed that. That's crazy,
Threw you
man.
for a
That's
loop right there,
crazy.
Shane. Threw you
Yeah,
for
you
a
threw.
loop. And now you're asking what was
Ba-dum-dum-tsh.
my most embarrassing moment in a long time? It was that moment right there, telling people that I just was in tumbling back in the day.
I love it, brother. I love it. So
Love
I
it.
guess everybody can follow you on your website, on your social medias, right?
Yeah, Drew Baldridge Music on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I always post new songs there, tour dates, all that fun stuff, and keep up with my life.
Awesome, brother. Well, great catching up with you as always, man. I'm sure we'll see each other. I'll be at CMA Fest, so I'm sure I'll see you at CMA Fest. And I'll,
Love it.
like I say, we see each other about every 3 months. So,
I love it. Well, good to see
all
you,
right,
man. Thanks for having me, brother.
good to see you, brother. Thank you, man. Take care.
See you.
All right, bye.